If you've ever seen Vietnamese written, you're probably like, what the f? But despite how weird it looks, the Vietnamese writing system actually makes a lot of sense. And in a lot of ways, it's better than written English. Here's an explanation for quoc nga. Originally, Vietnamese was written with Chinese characters, kind of like how Japanese originally only used Chinese characters as well. And this sort of worked because in some ways, Vietnamese is similar to Chinese, even if they're not phylogenetically related. However, the Chinese-based system was logographic, which made it kind of hard to learn for the average person, and there were competing standards. So when Jesuit missionaries came to Vietnam in the 17th century, they created a more easy-to-learn Latin-based orthography for Vietnamese. And then later, this system was promoted under French rule to promote literacy, and also because I think the French just like weird looking writing systems. And despite the colonial history of the writing system, there's a reason that it's still used and that Vietnam quickly gained one of the highest literacy rates in Southeast Asia. And that's because unlike English's orthography, it's very phonemically accurate. Vietnamese has 12 different vowels and 6 tones for each vowel. And all 72 of those combinations have a consistent Latin-based character. And the same goes for most of the consonants. So that means it makes it really easy to know how to pronounce a Vietnamese word when you see it written. Or if you know how to say it, it makes it easy to know how to write it. It looks weird because the Latin alphabet was originally developed for a very different language. Latin only had 10 vowels total, and half of those were just long versions of the other ones. And it didn't have tones, and it also had very different consonants. And a lot of European languages, like English, are similar enough to Latin that you could theoretically create a pretty phonemic system without using too many diacritics. But Vietnamese is from a different language family in a different part of the world, so it just requires a lot more adjustments. But despite all the crazy looking diacritics and stuff, it actually works really well.